The following podcast is a Lady K Enterprises production.
Lady K.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that is designed for all women to become better versions of themselves, which is broadcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Various subjects will be speaked upon, such as relationships, personal development, health and wellness, wealth building, children, and so much more. She is a two-time Amazon best-selling author, an international speaker, and life coach. She is Kalima, aka Lady K. And now for your host, Lady K.
Thank you for tuning into the series of 2020 election. And this is part 2 of leadership. And again, I have the pleasure of still having my guest, Thomas Jones, here with me. And on this second half, everyone, we're going to speed it up just a little bit. We're going to take a different approach. I actually want to sit here with Mr. Jones, and I want us to talk about the past presidents' leaderships versus the current leadership. Yes, we're going to take it there. Tom, how would you like to start off with this? How would you like to start off, comparing and contrasting the current president versus the past presidents?
Well, to be honest with you, Kalima, right then and there, I have to stop you because there is no comparison to the previous president to this president that we have. And I'm going to be honest with you and just say, it's about class.
Right.
And this president, I don't think he understands what the meaning of class is. I don't think he understands what dignity is or integrity is. And I don't think he really understands what leadership for the American people really is. You only can make things great again if you're a person that wants to make everybody great around you. Again, leadership is about empowering also your base,
right.
Empowering them. What are you empowering them with? You see what I'm saying? Now, the previous president, Barack Obama, he tried to do that. Even with the opposition that was in his own camp, he still tried to remain positive. And that was difficult for him to do. You see what I'm saying? Because the things that he wanted to implement, they were against him implement, saying he was crazy. Okay. Now, you have this president that's implementing stuff that's hurting people, and people are saying, well, he's doing the right thing. And if it wasn't for him, this wouldn't have been happening. Well, if it wasn't for him, maybe right at the moment, we would have been ahead of this virus that we have now, COVID-19.
Absolutely.
Way ahead when we first heard about it. But what I don't like, and I never heard our previous president do this, was lie. The thing is, if you didn't have a handle on it from the beginning, apologize. This president will not apologize for any of his communication that went wrong, that was wrong. And plus, he doesn't listen to his advisors or the experts around him.
Right.
Who does that? Who wants to turn around and say, well, if I said it, then it's written in stone? That's a dictator. That's not a leader.
Right. And you know what else too, Tom? Is like he clearly, indirectly on national TV said, I don't take responsibility. And I'm like, who does that? And like you said, Tom, this going back to the current presidents, not even just Barack Obama. As long as I've been alive and I watched the former presidents, I never in history, I never saw someone conduct themselves the way they did. I even think my 17-year-old can speak better than him, have a better delivery. It's like, who talks like that? And I'm not just
I haven't heard any past presidents, and that goes for Republicans and Democrats.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
I haven't heard any of them use curse words or profanity when they're speaking. I never heard them tell people they need to go back where they came from. I never heard them degrade other countries. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, now you want to take full accountability and say, oh, I always knew this was going to be a pandemic. Well, if you run the tape at the beginning, you wasn't talking pandemic. You told everybody, don't even worry about it. The numbers are low. We don't have nothing to worry about. The same way with their people who support them. Fox News.
Right.
The people who support them. It's so interesting that someone had put up a comparison of the newscasters of when they first got a whiff of the COVID-19 virus, how they were speaking about it, how they were saying that the Democrats were doing this to politicize things and that they were doing this, that. Then it shows the same newscaster now saying something different. But 2 weeks ago, they were downplaying it and they were putting it on the Democrats. That is so sickening. I'm sick of saying that the Democrats invented hate because that's what they're doing. The Democrats want to open up all the borders. Come on, where's this coming from? And you never heard any other president said that about any nationality or any race or any culture. This president, and that's what, we talked about a little while ago. You said, what should people be able to go on to figure out who should they vote for to change? Well, these are the things they need to take in consideration. Look at the past presidents, see what they were talking about, and look at what this president is talking about. Is this the type of rhetoric that you want to continue to have in the next 4 years based on the previous presidents? Not only Barack Obama, but look at, George Bush. I mean, all of these guys had their own faults as well, but they weren't the faults that the current president now has. And that's totally blatantly lying to the American people right in front of their face.
And Tom, this is one thing I don't understand. And then sometimes the people that I do know, I have to not go there with them because I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you. I do have some people that's in my circle and they actually like Trump. And I'm trying to figure out, what do you like about this man? Because since he's been in the chair, like you said, he does nothing but lie. What do you think that he makes America great again? Please. So for a man that said, I can grab a woman, I'm sorry, excuse my French, by the... And that's okay? You trying to tell me that you're allowed to have this person around your daughter? Like, what angle are you not understanding where everybody else is from? It's not about the that he's white. It's not about that Barack Obama was black. One thing is about is that, like you said, it's the dictatorship. And then do you have common sense? You want a leader that has common sense. I'm sorry. Where is his sense? And at the end of the day, I'm sorry, he's not a politician. And I keep telling people that he's a businessman. And then people keep saying, oh, but you don't see what he's doing. You don't see his stats. But I'm going to say this. Trump is not stupid. But he's ignorant. He's ignorant in some areas, absolutely, but he's not stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing. And it's like, if y'all really falling for the prey, if y'all really can't see it, then I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say to you to open your eyes, to tell you that this man is not for everyone. He's for a specific type of group, and that is for big businesses. And as long as he's making his coins, it's okay because he cares about nobody except for his coins. Not even his family. His own wife don't even like him. And I never seen a president in all my years now where the first lady is, you see it all on her face. She don't even like her husband. And you are the
look, this is the first lady that you don't see in the limelight. All the other first ladies, you see them out there. They were doing something. They were visiting the kids. They were visiting schools. They had their own foundation, which was empowering either women or kids or disabilities, something. You don't see this woman out here doing nothing, okay? Because that's not part of her role. And he doesn't want her having that role. You see what I'm saying? So, and the other thing is you can't keep blaming everybody else for what you can't fix. Soon as something goes wrong, well, Obama didn't do anything about it. Oh, well, Obama didn't do anything about it. I think he eats, sleeps, and drinks Obama.
Right.
Okay. Instead of him saying, well, you know what? Let's take a different approach and maybe we can do something different to enhance whatever went wrong. No, it's not that. Let me blame it on this guy so everybody will know that I'm trying to do better than him. Because that's the message that he's trying to send instead of him really being presidential. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to mention what anybody else didn't do. I'm going to turn around and be a leader and say, this is what we're going to do. But again, I'm going to listen to the people who are around me, the people who are supposed to be supporting me, the people that are saying, yo, this is how we need to handle the American people. But he's not doing that. And everybody knows that. He doesn't listen to the scientists. He doesn't listen to the generals. He knows more about ISIS than any of them. He's the only president that I know that said he can shoot someone in the middle of Fifth Avenue and nobody would do anything.
Right,
What
and he's
president
absolutely
speaks
right.
like that?
He is and Tom, I'm sorry to say he's absolutely, because right now it is showing that he can do certain things and he will get away with it. And it's like, wow, you feel confident airing that on national TV. And I just want to go back a little bit on something you said, because you said we were talking about leadership. And remember, guys, the name of this show is called Leadership Part 2. And we're not here to drag this man, but we're just here to tell you, open up your eyes. And I just kind of want to elaborate on this one thing that the Obama administration did while he was in chair. When Obama came out with what they want to call Obamacare, but it was actually, a different name for it. What people don't know, that they was trying to establish that law for many, many years. They was trying to actually establish it for 20 years to make it go into effect. So, but what a lot of people keep saying, oh, Obamacare is this, Obamacare this, but the key thing that people are missing is that he did it for the people who had pre-existing conditions, because the insurance companies would not cover people with pre-existing conditions. So when he made that law go into effect, you don't know how many millions of people that it helped. And like you said before, Tom, when you make a decision, some people's going to like it and some people are going to be for it. But he was actually trying to find something that can benefit all. But people didn't see it in that perspective. And it's like, first of all, because I come from the healthcare field. I actually worked in the insurance part. So I have a little bit of understanding and knowledge, but for the people who don't, you really sound ignorant, and that's okay. Ignorant is not a bad word. It's just you not knowing, and it's okay. You don't know everything, but take the time to get to know stuff and why that's his tactic. People never did that. So it's like everything Obama did, they went against. But everything that Trump did, the opposite. It's like, yay, are you serious? Are you serious?
And this is the problem that people, I would say, didn't like Obama because he was black. Okay. Right. So they didn't like what he had to say. Now they have this guy, and you have a lot of people saying, well, we like him because he represents America because he is white. But right. The thing is, look at the values. Look at what he's taken away. So, the thing is, people need not to be blindsided. Right now, we all are blindsided by this virus. Right. We're blindsided by COVID-19. Everything is on hold. Everything's being shut down. We're not talking about discrimination anymore. We're not talking about racial hate. We're not talking about equal justice. We're not talking about that no more. All of that's been put on hold because now, all of a sudden, we all want to come together and support one another and trying to be clean and trying to be free from disease. So all of that's been put on hold. Are we crazy? Those things are just as important as the COVID-19 because it's about our way of living. But we're not going to talk about that now. And because everybody's been blinded, and he continues to blind people. Well, not saying that he brought up or he made COVID-19, but who knows? Right. He's throwing it on the Chinese, which is wrong, But coronavirus, different strands of it has been around, because if you had it on the back of your Lysol can before this outbreak, that should tell you something.
Right.
Okay.
And like you said, and it's a different strand. And even on that Lysol can, it does nothing for the newest covert, because this is a totally different strand. So people need to understand that too. But Tom, I do want to piggyback, and I do want to say this, even though our leader is displaying hatred and he's displaying diversity, I can say this. I am proud of the American people. I think the American people display leadership more than he does, because so many people that's on, I guess, these celebrities or who got higher incomes, the 1%ers, they are pouring back into the community. And I love, and it's like, wow, it's taking all of this for us to come together. But at the same time, too, the key word, like I said, we're doing it. He's not.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not. He's not going to do anything that's not, one, making him money, that's making the stock market to come back to normal. He's not doing any of that because it's about money with him.
Right.
Okay, that's where his growth is. It's about money. It's about the big businessman. You know, it's not about the little guy. You only hear about the rich and the middle class. Well, where's the poor people? You know what I'm saying? And where's the people underneath the middle class? Is it poor? But you don't hear about those people. Those are the people that are struggling from day to day. Those are the real working Americans that work in factories, that work in warehouses, that work in the department stores, that work in the grocery stores.
Right.
You know, that puts those little metal pieces or plastic pieces together. Those are the people that are hard workers, that are sweaters, that build bridges, that build houses, that build homes. These are the people. Those are the American people.
Right.
Okay. Not the ones that are having lunch at Tiffany's every day.
Right. Exactly. And I had this conversation with someone else too, and I'm going to wrap it up shortly. I said, people tend to forget that, you know, they talk about the 90%ers, but the 90%ers, we are the one that spend in the economy. We are the one that provides and do in the economy. It's the 95%ers. It's not the 5%ers. Let's get that right.
Yeah.
So before we end, Tom, is anything else you want to mention for, you know, this 2020 election, you know, that people need?
Well, I just want people to be smart. I just want us to be smart, and probably the biggest thing, Kalima, is that we need to stop hating one another and come together and really, really stand together for a better tomorrow, because we can't do it alone. We could talk about it. We can continue to have these great conversations that me and you are having today, but people need to be able to take heed and understand that we need each other in order to defeat those who want to defeat our good way of living. And that's what's going on now. So everybody, I just want to say, please pay attention to this 2020 all-important election come November.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. And again, if the people wanted to reach out to you, how can they find you?
You can find me at, you can email me at ourcommunityandyu@gmail.com. That's our community and the word and AND at gmail.com. And I'll be able to respond to you, or you can watch my radio broadcast. Go to Facebook page, Our Community and You with Tom Jones, like the page so you know we're going to air. And we have a lot of stuff on our page that's going on in the community. And that's how you can be in contact with us.
Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate it. Everyone, I hope, again, you took heed to what we're saying. Please pay attention at the polls. Go out there and register to vote. And if you would like to continue to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I can be reached at Lady K Chat and on my website at www.ladykenterprisesinc.com. And you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in.
All right. Good night.
Lady K.